Hello and welcome to the NTA2 News at this hour. I am Adeola Komiakiri. It has been confirmed that President Raisi of Iran and the country's foreign minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian died in the helicopter crash that occurred on Sunday. Aged 63, Iranian president was traveling by helicopter in the country's East Azerbaijan province when it came down in a forested area. Ebrahim Raisi was elected Iran's president in 2021, having led the country's judiciary and other top offices. He was representing conservative and hardline factions in Iranian politics and was president for nearly 3 years and appeared on track to run for re-election next year. A former Chief Justice, Raisi, was touted as a potential successor of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the 85-year-old supreme leader of Iran. Vice President Kobar held an extraordinary cabinet meeting early Monday where he said government will go on in the country without disruption. And back home, President Bola Tinubu extends his condolences to the government and people of the Islamic Republic of Iran over the passing of President Ebrahim Raisi, Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian, and other officials in a helicopter crash. President Tinubu expresses profound grief over this disturbing tragedy and describes President Raisi as a leader who was passionately committed to the development of Iran. While commiserating with the bereaved families, President Tinubu praised for the continuous peace, stability, and prosperity of the Iranian nation. On behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, the President assures the Islamic Republic of Nigeria's support and prayers in this time of grief. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu is reiterating that Nigeria is a safe hub for investment and that his administration will always provide the needed support to ensure businesses thrive in the country. The president made this known when he received a delegation from the China Railway Construction Corporation, led by its chairman, Dai Hagen, at the State House. President Tinubu assured the Chinese business executives that their investments in Nigeria are safe and his government will further strengthen the business environment. He stated that his administration welcomes any opportunity to expand business collaboration with the company as well as upgrade critical infrastructure and facilities for the mutual benefit of both parties. He promised to do everything required to ensure that the rail link between the Ibadan end of the Lagos-Ibadan Railway and the Federal Capital Territory is completed. As he pointed out, the hinterland and the coastal seaport within the country must be connected. The president commended the corporation, particularly its subsidiary China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, for its efforts in delivering value on infrastructural projects in the country. In his remarks, the chairman of the China Railway Construction Corporation highlighted some of the projects in the works and those completed by the corporation. Mr. Hagen also said the corporation had signed investment cooperation agreements with 119 companies, stimulating investments of $3 billion and creating 4,000 direct jobs for Nigerians, as well as paying $125 million in taxes. He extended the invitation of the Chinese government to President Tinubu to attend the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation (FOCAC) to further deepen cooperation along mutual areas of interest. Relevant ministers at the meeting briefed State House correspondents on the outcome of the event. And moving on now, Nigeria is seeking opportunities in the global seafood business, and the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, is hopeful that the industry's contribution could surpass that of oil if properly harnessed. As a starting point to unlocking this potential, the minister wants key players in the fishery and aquaculture sector to uphold international best practices. And Michael Olaleye has that report.
Beneath the blue shining surface of the ocean are bigger promises, offering gateway to economic prosperity of any nation. And Nigeria, realizing this fact, has expanded the fishing net of the marine and blue economy to include seafood production and exports. And as a key component of the blue economy, the minister said the vision of the ministry is to lead the fishery and aquaculture sector towards a prosperous blue future, where the country's rich marine resources can benefit all Nigerians now and even generations to come.
As a government, we will continue to create policies and programs that allow for enabling and conducive business environment for trade facilitation and market access that promotes transparency, efficiency, and compliance with regulatory standards.
While recognizing the noble contribution of food importers in bridging the gap between domestic demand and global need, the minister emphasized on the mandate to enhance the country's sufficiency within a sustainable framework.
Together, we can promote responsible fishing practices, combat illegal, unreported, unregulated IUU fishing, and safeguard the long-term viability of our marine resources.
The fishery and aquaculture industry is a major focus under the action plan of the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, and the optimism of stakeholders is that with favorable policies, the sky will be the starting point to using this platform as catalyst for economic prosperity. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NTA News.
Aligning policy coordination between federal and state tax authorities is paramount to avoid conflict and ensure consistency across various tax jurisdictions. These experts on tax matters say can be achieved through discussions on strategy, regulation, and enforcement. Amaka Obo reports.
Of the Presidential Fiscal Policy Tax Reforms Committee is considered a masterstroke to close the gaps in the tax administration system at the center and sub-national levels.
The way to go when you want to initiate a new tax or reform the existing one had already been pointed by Adam Smith. You need to be fair. You need to be equitable. You need to look at the administrative efficiency, because tax policy is more or less a declaration of a principle of what we govern, what we do, or what we do not do in the tax space.
Sharing tax data and information between federal and state tax authorities is crucial for identifying tax evasion and ensuring compliance. This can involve the creation of centralized database where tax information from different jurisdictions can be assessed and analyzed.
Experts advise government to adhere to realistic policies of the Tax Reform Committee, ensure stakeholders' engagement to avoid pushbacks from taxpayers.
By the time the Presidential Fiscal Policy Tax Reform Committee report comes out, government should look at it quickly, implement it. The one that requires constitutional amendment should be done speedily, so that this will not be one report that will gather dust, because a lot of effort have gone into it.
They also urge the government to tax the right population for a win-win situation by considering taxpayers who earn below the minimum living wage. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
Moving now to health matters, the Nigerian healthcare system is evolving to meet global standards with the ongoing revamping of the sector as articulated in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary Services, Dr. Ikbalibo Hari Banigo, disclosed this during an oversight visit of a committee to the Federal Medical Center, Butameta, Lagos. S.A. Wamaka reports.
The Senate Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary Services have been going round institutions under the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to evaluate their 2023 budget performance with primary focus on the execution of capital projects. This time, the visit is to the Federal Medical Center, Ibutemeta. Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Dr. Ikbalibo Hari Baningo, expressed satisfaction after listening to the budget performance presentation as well as observing the expansion of facilities at the health institution. She says the facilities put in place would improve healthcare delivery as it is in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
Right now we are grappling with very poor health indices across child mortality, infant mortality, maternal mortality, and even life expectancy. So we are here so that we can actually find out what their needs are and how we can help them overcome this and encourage them in what they are doing. Because workers, our health personnel are very resilient and very well trained, and they are doing the best they can.
The Senate Committee on Health continues the tour across FMCs across the country. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NTA News.
And now to religious matters. Lagos State Government has commenced this year's Hajj operations with the airlift of 450, which constitutes the first batch of intending pilgrims in line with the operational guidelines of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON. This was disclosed by the Commissioner for Home Affairs and the Emirul Hajj, Ibrahim Layode, after flagging off the inaugural airlift of intending pilgrims for this year's Hajj experience in Lagos. Musa Toliat has the details.
The inaugural airlift of pilgrims was born out of the directive from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria after NACON supervised the airlift of first batch of pilgrims from Kebbi State and Federal Capital Territory. Reality has now dawned on these 425 intending pilgrims as their dreams of meeting a vital obligation in Islam is now confirmed. The presence of the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Jalal Arabi, is meant to give good tidings of federal government support for a hitch-free Hajj exercise.
You are going to a foreign land, a land that has its laws, rules and regulations. Please make us proud as proud Nigerians by abiding by the rules and regulations of the country. Do the do's and don't do the don'ts. No.
Then, it was time for these first batch of intended pilgrims to commence their journey to the holy city of Medina in Saudi Arabia. As the airlift begins, there is need to get first-hand information on what NACON has done to address the challenges experienced during the last Hajj operation.
Every pilgrims got their visa now as I'm talking to you. So if you come with 10 flights now that you want to airlift pilgrims, they are ready. So different from what it used to be before. So we are improving.
We have conscientized them, giving them enough orientation what they may face over there.
More importantly, spiritual well-being of intending pilgrims must be taken into consideration.
We have been able to, to sponsor like 14 ulama, so that we can increase the number of ulama that will be able to guide the people.
Lagos State government is expected to airlift 1,800 intending pilgrims to the Holy Land in Saudi Arabia. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Religion is seen as a way humans communicate with their creator. However, many occasions it serves as a means of division and unifier of gender, tribes, even families. In Nigeria, some respondents held the view that religious differences have often been exploited for various gains and it causes confliction rather than being a unifying factor. Bolaji Akim examines this.
Nigeria, with a population of over 200 million people, has a diverse religious landscape, with statistics showing roughly equal population of Christians and Muslims. There are many other indigenous religions and faiths. Nigeria as a nation has integrated God in its national life, as shown in the national pledge and the second stanza of the national anthem.
O God of creation.
To what extent, therefore, has the country used religion as a tool for national cohesion?
If we follow what God wants, I will not see you as a Christian different from me as a Muslim. Many of the things that we do will be so close. Little difference, and we will excuse ourselves in those ones. If you read the Bible properly, you follow it. I read the Quran, I follow it. I will not have anything against you. You will not have anything against him.
Political differences, ethnicity, and other regional and self-agitation, according to respondents, are some of the factors responsible for misunderstanding.
Cohesion is about unity. It's about integrating. When capacity is jettisoned, sacrificed on the altar of religion, then of course it becomes a huge problem.
Respondents believed that if religion is practiced according to its dictate, it can be a powerful tool for unity and cohesion. In Lagos, Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
You're watching the news on NTA2, your reach out station. It's time for us to take a breather. More reports when we return. Please stay with us.
Hello, children. It's that time of the year again to celebrate you, the leaders of tomorrow. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is taking this celebration to a whole new level with fun activities such as march past, school presentations, games, dance competitions, quiz, bouncing on gigantic castle, taking pictures with your favorite cartoon characters, cutting off the celebration cake, and dance with your favorite artists. There will be lots of food and drinks, and of course, plenty of gifts to cut away. Date, Monday, 27th May 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, NTA2 Lagos Network Center premises, Amadubela Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Gate fee, 2,500 naira per child. Schools, churches, organizations, parents, let's come together to celebrate the future leaders. For booking, sponsorship, advert, and to be a vendor at the event, please call Monday on 0805 694 0847. Date again is Monday, 27th May 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Venue remains NTA2 Lagos Network Center premises, Ahmadu Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Gate fee, 2,500 naira per child. Come one, come all. Let's celebrate our future generations. Happy Children's Day.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's now take some entertainment gist.
Hello, and welcome to the entertainment segment of the news. It is a great day for Nigeria's music industry as Burna Boy, Ira Star, Asake, Tems, Davido, Lojay, and Sheyi Vibes have all been nominated for the 2024 BET Awards. Ira Star led the Nigerian contingent with 3 nominations, followed closely by Burna Boy and Tems with 2 nominations each. Congratulations and all the best. Still on entertainment news, legendary Nollywood actor Patience Ozokwo, popularly known as Mama G, has threatened lawsuit against malicious trending false news about her involvement in a deliverance story. She has criticized those who spread fake news for views, emphasizing the need to verify information before publicizing it. Mama G also added that those responsible for spreading misinformation about her will face legal consequences. In her words, "Don't say I said, so, did what never happened. Don't carry fake news just to get views. Have a conscience. Life is too short. Live it well." Now to the foreign scene. English singer and songwriter Sir James Paul McCartney, who gained worldwide fame with the Beatles, for whom he played bass guitar, has become the first UK musician to become a billionaire. The former Beatles star boosted his wealth by £50 million in the past year with touring, the lucrative value of his back catalogue, and Beyoncé's cover of the classic track he wrote in 1968, Blackbird, helping him achieve the status. That concludes entertainment news. I am Adejoke Odeka. Thanks for watching.
And sports is next.
Ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifier, the African Soccer Governing Body has announced that the Cheetah of Benin and Nigeria's Super Eagles clash will be hosted in Abidjan. The Football Apex Body further stated that the game will come off on the 10th of June by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. In the meantime, the Golden Eaglets picked up their first win of the WAPU B Under-17 Championship after a long goal defeat of Niger Republic at the University of Accra Stadium on Sunday, despite being reduced to 10 men. The victory means the five-time world champions climbed to 4 points, same as Burkina Faso, ahead of the closing day of Group B encounter against Togo on Wednesday. A draw against the Togolese team on Wednesday will guarantee the Eaglets a place in the tournament semi-finals. Similarly, Nigeria's Under-17 women's side Flamingos will clash with Liberia in the final round of qualifiers for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup finals. Liberian girls will host Nigeria in the first leg on Saturday, 8 June. The return leg comes up a week later at the MQ Abiola National Stadium. Elsewhere, Nigerian Women Football League Super 6 Championship resumes today with match day 2 starting with Bayelsa Queens playing Nasarawa Amazon, while Edo Queens slug it out with Rivers Angels and Heartland Queens clash with Confluence Queens. In another development, Father O'Connell Science College, Minna Niger State, and FCT basketball male and female teams emerged champions of the just concluded 24th edition of Nestle Miller School Basketball Championship.
In Ibadan, we are going to have the same conference, the Southern Zone, and we're also going to have 3 teams out of the 19 states there to qualify for the national finals in Lagos.
First, second, and third position of all the categories have qualified for the finals in Lagos, coming off on 7th to 14 June 2024. For Sport Update, Amazon Go, NTA News.
And that's a package on NTA2 News at this time. To stay with the NTA for more news update and other interesting programs, I am Adeola Komiakiri. Enjoy the rest of the day.